Hello everybody, this is Jared, the non-alcoholic aficionado, and I've got 5 beers in front of me that I will be consuming today. They're from Partake Brewing. We have the Blonde, the Peach Gose, the Pale, the IPA, and the Hazy IPA. We're gonna give them a shot, taste test, rate, and really dive into these beers. Let's get started. Kicking it off with the Blonde. Let's give it a pour, but first let's move these aside so we can have a dedicated space for tasting. Let's give this one a shot. It's got a nice light color to it, similar to any lager might have. It smells like a lager, yes. Cheers. Light, good bite. Not a ton of flavor, but it's smooth. It's got 15 calories, as you can see here on the Partake Brewing can, which is super interesting how they're able to pack flavor into these beers with only 10 to 30 calories. I don't know how it's possible, but they're doing it. It's good stuff. I like that. This is definitely, you could have 3 or 4 of these, which would equate to basically one regular NA beer. NA beers range from generally about 50 calories up to 110, depending on the brand or the type of beer. So coming in at 15, 10, 20, 25, 30, these Partake Brewing beers are unbelievable. I've had them in the past, and they pack a ton of flavor into a tiny amount of calories and carbs. Good stuff here. Let's give the Peach Gose a taste. Here's the Peach Gose. All right, let's smell it. Strong peach flavor and smell. Cheers. I said flavor, now I know the flavor, and that flavor is strong peach, very strong. It's not overwhelming. It does have wheat, coriander, hops, natural peach flavor, sea salt, and yeast, as well as water and barley, as you might expect since it's a beer. Give it another taste. Oh, that has so much flavor, but it's not overdone. It's not like a artificial peach taste at all. It tastes like there's actual juice in the drink here. I love it. I guess I'll pause here and talk about how I acquired these beers. I was reached out to on LinkedIn, where I had been posting a little bit about my YouTube channel by Ted Fleming, who's the owner and CEO of Partake Brewing. He asked if I'd like to test out some of his beers, and I said, of course. So they sent them to me, and I've been meaning to get to all 5 of these and taste test them, and today's the day. So we're 2 down, 3 to go. Let's test out the Pale. Let's see, here's the 10 calorie non-alcoholic Pale Partake Brewing NA beer. Let's give this one a shot. Again, thanks Ted, thanks Partake Brewing community or organization. They're a Canadian company. They're in both Toronto and Calgary. So these are imported to Chicago and spread across the country, which is super cool. I love seeing the growth of NA beers and community and being part of groups that I'm in and Instagram and all these places where people keep bringing up these experiences they're having with NA beers, whether they're at concerts or on vacation or overseas. It's everywhere. It's growing so fast. Plus you've got things like Dry January and all the other areas where people are testing out, the sober curious waters and seeing what's out there and tasting these great NA beers and having fun with their friends and family doing so. So now we got the Pale, 10 calories. Cheers. That is so much hop flavor. It's bitter, it's reddish in color, it's translucent. It smells like hops, like really strong. But it's not overwhelming. It's not, it's good. So it says it balances a slight bitterness of West Coast hops with a touch of malty sweetness. I think that's on point. I like that. It's a good way of putting it. This reminds me of a Summit EPA. It's a local, when I used to drink, as I'm 4 years sober, The Summit is a big craft brewery out of Minnesota, and their EPA Extra Pale Ale is their flagship beer. This tastes a lot like that from when I used to drink, if I had to make a comparison. Delicious. Let's try the standard IPA. Another fun fact as I'm pouring this about Partake is they are the non-alcoholic beer company or provider or sponsor of the Association of Pickleball Players, which is super cool. I actually play pickleball. It's an awesome sport. It's easy to pick up for anybody, any skill level, athletic ability, age. It's an awesome experience to learn to play. You can go, spend 10, 20 bucks on a paddle, get a pickleball, go to a court. There are courts popping up all over the place. Have a Partake Brewing beer afterwards, make it an experience. It's good stuff. All right, so what do we got here? The 10-calorie IPA from Partake Brewing. It is reddish in color, similar to the pale. Got my little tulip glass that I love for tasting. Doesn't smell super hoppy. Good flavor. It's got a little bit of bite to it, but it's not overwhelming. It's not too strong. It's got hop flavor, but not too much. Again, 10 calories. I'm sounding like a broken record right now, but I'm just astounded by how much flavor these beers have in them with only 10 to 30 calories. It's great, especially for someone trying to watch their calorie intake and stay in a deficit and try to get a little bit more fit here in 2024 in the new year. I like this a lot. It's almost like if an IPA and a blonde met, cut down the calories, kept the IPA flavor, and just a little bit lighter. That's probably a weird comparison, but that's what I came up with. All right. Hazy IPA at 25 calories. It's the final one. Ooh, it is hazy. I can see that as I pour it right away. Here's the Hazy IPA. It says, the juicy, smooth, not too bitter 25 calorie quencher has a hint of apricot to keep you company as you listen to your record collection. All right, that's interesting. I don't have a record collection, but if I did, I could see myself drinking something like this while listening. It's definitely the most opaque beer out of the 5 so far. It's the Hazy IPA, it should be. Let's smell it. Not much smell, to be honest. Not much at all. I can smell just a hint of hops. It's smooth, a little bit of a bite, a little hop flavor, little. It says apricot? It says apricot. I can taste that fruitiness from the apricot, I guess. Is there apricot in it? There isn't. It must just be something coming from the hops, I guess. I don't know if I've been cheersing with all these. There's so many beers, but I'll cheers for this one. Why not? I'm gonna drink some more of this one, and then I'm gonna move on to the next stage of the review. That's a solid beer. These are all good. I don't think I would recommend all of these to someone looking to test out a new NA beer. So I've tried all 5 beers. I have an empty tulip glass, and the next step is to have a little bit of each one, give it a rating, compare, and then thank everybody for listening in. But before that, I'm gonna say, a few videos into my channel now. I think I'm at 15 or 16, growing fairly consistently as each one gets posted. And I wanna say thank you to everybody that is a subscriber. And if you're not and you'd like to see more of this content with NA beers and NA beverages coming down the pipe, Feel free to subscribe, like, comment, whatever you feel comfortable doing. If you want to share with your friends that are looking to have an NA beer option, really appreciate that as well. Just trying to create a community of like-minded people open to having a more sober, curious lifestyle, testing the waters with beers or other drinks that will allow them to not have the side effects of alcohol, and really just, like I said, creating a fun community. So here, cheers to you for doing that, and appreciate everybody for watching this video today. All right, next step, let's give these a rating. I'm gonna go in order again, taste a little bit of each one. The blonde is first, and then we can compare and go from there. Let's try it out. Cheers. After having the other ones, this one tastes very light and kind of neutral, I'll call it. "15 calories, it's light, it's got a little bit of bite to it. Similar to, if someone was used to having like a light lager, this would be a great foray into testing an NA beer. They'd love it. Personally, it doesn't have enough going for me. Unless I was really just looking for that blonde, light-bodied, kind of standard style beer for the night. I'm gonna give the Partake Brewing Blonde a 7.5 out of 10. So that's the blonde. Let's go to the next one. We have the Peach Gose. Give it another taste. And if you're wondering, I'm getting quite full of all these beers, but I am gonna drink all 5 of them because I can't let it go to waste. Cheers. That is so good. I'm a big fan of fruity beer, sours, stuff that has that peach flavor, or the apricot flavor, or the citrusy flavor, orange with the blue moon, whatever it might be. I love fruity flavored beers, and this is on point. All right, the Peach Gose at 25 calories and everything it's got going on in it. The sea salt, the coriander, the natural peach flavor, it's gonna get a 9 out of 10. 9. That's a lot of things that I just really enjoy it. I love that peachy, fruity flavor, and it's not overwhelming, it's not overdone, it's just solid. It's got a good bite, I love it. I'm gonna have just a little more. This one's actually almost gone. Really like this one. What do we have next? We have the Pale. And if you remember me saying, this was actually one of the hoppiest ones that I've had out of the 5 here. Take another look at it. Only 10 calories, unbelievable. And let's try it again. It's so bitter and hoppy. It's a good one. If that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for a light in calorie, heavy in flavor, hoppy, pale ale style with a lot of bitterness, this is what you should reach for, to be honest. And at 10 calories, you could have a whole 6-pack, which would be a lot of money. That's probably $10, $15 worth, but it would still only be 60 calories, which is unbelievable. All 5 of these, 85 calories. So I'm gonna be full from 5 beers by the end of this day, but I will have only consumed 80% of one beer that I had last night in terms of calories, which is unbelievable. For what it is trying to be, the Pale from Partake Brewing, from me, gets an 8.5 out of 10. I'm not a huge pale ale guy, but this is solid. The Peach Gose edges it out just because I love fruity beers by comparison. So yeah, the standard IPA, 10 calories. 10 calories just like the Pale. It's really kind of a reddish hue to it. Cheers. I don't know how many times I've cheersed so far today, but I feel like it's a lot and I feel like I've forgotten, but that's okay. It's smooth, like I've described it as. It's kind of like a take on like a light IPA, especially with the calories and the kind of the light body to it. It's a good beer, but it's a little bit lacking on the complexity. It's fairly straightforward. Let's see, I'm gonna give this one, similar to the blonde, a 7.5 out of 10. Not my favorite. Preview, I like the hazy better. But let's finish this off. All right, the last rating, 25 calorie, hazy IPA. Let's give it one more sip here. I just love that color. You know what? There's not much left, so I'm gonna pour the rest of it out. Empty. Opaque. Head. Cheers. That's smooth. I think I've said it before. A little hoppy, a little citrusy, smooth. Got that fruity apricot flavor to it. It's solid. 25 calories. I'm gonna give the Partake Brewing Hazy IPA a 9 out of 10. Really solid. I like that a lot. That's really good, which is why it's gone now. That just about wraps it up. I've got some beer left over to drink here, but definitely really enjoyed this experience testing out the Partake Brewing collection. They do have some other options, including a Dunkel, a Hefeweizen, and I'm sure some others that I don't know about that are coming down the line. Thank you, Ted Fleming, for providing these wonderful brews for me to test out on my channel. It's been an awesome experience. If you're interested in more content from me, check out this video playlist right here, or you can subscribe over here for future videos. And I really want to say thank you to Partake for providing the beer, and thank you to everybody here that's listened in to the very end of the video, and have fun with the rest of your day with your friends and family. Thanks, everybody.